Hey, what's up, guys? Geburah Inquires here. Back again. This time I'm going to be going over my beloved fourth patron, okay? Numero cuatro, okay? Which is Abrazah. Okay, my beloved cherubim Abrazah. And I'm gonna be going over his background, his correspondences, his traits and feats, as well as my experiences with Abrazah. So yeah, let me get started. Hold on 1 second before I get started. Okay, I'm kind of my hair is annoying me. It keeps getting in my face. Hold on 1 second. Ugh. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, I know. My hair, I know. Anyways, gonna be going over my beloved Abrazah. Okay, and we'll just go straight from there. So I started working with Abrazah, let's just say a couple of months ago, okay? And I came across Abrazah through my beloved friend Marino Ravenberg's article. And I simply just fell in love with Abrazah, okay? I came across him, I read upon him, and let's just say I was like, yeah, that's the guy, okay? That's the guy who I wanna adopt into my astro family. And due to his nature and background and everything. Okay, sorry about that. That's my planetary clock. So yeah, it's Kronos XP. Right now it's the hour of Sabete, day of Hod. Okay, so the hour of Saturn, day of Mercury. And yeah, so disregard that. In any case, yeah. So like Abrazah is just like you could look at him as yeah, he's in the background right now. he's just standing there and whatnot. He's just watching me shoot this video. He's saying thanks for everything, Eduardo, and that's pretty much all. So yeah, Abrazah is like a mini Samayan. Okay, you could just look at him as a mini Samayan, so to speak. Okay, so to speak. And yeah. So for the rest, I'm gonna begin going over Abrazah's background. So as I mentioned, Abrazah is a cherubim, okay? He is the second to God's throne, okay? So the group of, when it comes to the quarry of angels, they go from levels, okay? How far away that they are from God's throne. And the closest, the two quarries that are closest to God's throne are the cherubim and the seraphim. So my beloved Samael is a seraphim, and my beloved Abrazah is a cherubim. Abrazah is not mentioned in any source out there, okay? You can check anywhere, okay? He's not mentioned in any source, literally, okay? He's just an unknown angel, so to speak, okay? And yeah, until now, that is okay. Me and Marino have shed some light on Abrazah, so you'll probably find him somewhere else in some Grimoire out there that has been released ever since then. And yeah, or on Wikipedia, now that there's information on him out there due to the both of us. So yeah. In any case, Abrazah is a cherubim, like I mentioned, and Abrazah is Scorpio. Okay, so he is. Hold on, let me check my website. 1 second. Abrazah. Hold on. Hold on. 29 degrees in Scorpio. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. It took so long. So yeah, 29 degrees in Scorpio. Okay. And the key words for this one here is retribution. Okay. And the thing is because Abrazah is dualistic in nature. Okay, so he's celestial. He's not a fallen angel. I mean, aka a fallen angel. He's not an infernal angel, and he's not an infernal spirit in general. He's celestial, but he's dualistic in nature. So Abrazah is willing to, let's just say, he's willing to disregard and put aside his celestial background and alignment in order to help you out, though it's not black and white. Okay, the let's just say Abrazah could do stuff that an infernal spirit could do for you. Let's just say like making a pack or some fucking stupid shit like that, or or just destroying someone in your name or something, or something. Okay, though keep in mind it has to be justifiable. Okay, it can't just be anything. You can't just fucking it can't just be some stupid shit, okay? Abrazah will let you know upon further inspection if he would literally help you out or not. So yeah, that is Abrazah's background, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, there's nothing else really to mention other than he's just a cherubim. He's dualistic in nature. He's 29 degrees in Scorpio. So yeah, everything is self-explanatory. I already mentioned his correspondences alongside his background. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over his traits and feats and what he can do for the average occultist and/or individual. Abrazah could literally help you out with a bunch of things. Okay, literally everything, everything. He could help you out with money. He could help you out with not literally everything because he's not skilled in clairvoyance, even though he's Scorpio. But that's just not his feat. Okay, he can try and help you out with clairvoyance because Scorpio, let's just say Scorpio is like a clairvoyant sign from Mars, but not all the time does a spirit that aligns with Scorpio is skilled in clairvoyance. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But Abrazah could literally help you out with everything. Okay, everything. Okay, so just think of the mundane things. Abrazah could help you out with clearing out a patch of land. Let's just say you want to build a house in a specific area, but there's overgrowth everywhere. There's plants and greenery everywhere. Abrazah could literally just go over there and set fire to a specific spot, and literally just clear it out for you, so you can just go ahead and do what you will. Okay, build the house on top of the cleared area. Abrazah could help you ascend. Let's just say if you're a cop, okay, if you're a policeman, an officer. He could literally help you out, rise above the ranks. Okay, if you're a military personnel, he can help you ascend as well through the ranks and whatnot. He can get you past sergeant. He can get you to colonel, etc., etc. You name it. Okay, he could just help you out with literally anything that falls under Mars. Okay, what phallic can do. Think of this. Okay. If you're an occultist, okay, then you're familiar with the spirit phallic, okay, from the Olympic spirits, okay, from the Agrippa, from the Heptameron Agrippa, and yeah, phallic is just someone he's a spirit who can help out with. He's a Martian spirit, okay. He could help out with military affairs, getting one amongst the military or rising one above the ranks within the military and keeping one safe in war and shit like that. That's exactly what Abrazah can do, but 10 times more. And Abrazah could also protect or destroy someone. He can also what's another thing? He can also yeah, a bunch of things, really, a lot of things. He can also clear out haunted houses, haunted locations. He can exorcise someone who has been possessed, and etc., etc. He can just do a bunch of things due to his cherubim alignment. Okay, but keep in mind, since he's a cherubim, he's really, really powerful. Okay, he can. Let's just say, okay, he can. If you summon a high-ranking, powerful spirit like Abrazah, okay, and you just tell him to go get you money, he can get you money. But it's gonna come with the price. The drawback here is that since Abrazah is really powerful because he's a cherubim, you're gonna see that he's gonna tend to the working in a way where he comes off as overbearing. Okay, he's gonna do way too much. He's gonna go really, really hard to get you that money, and sometimes you can see stuff not going so well in regards of getting you money. Okay, not like an infernal spirit or anything where he'll turn your life upside down. But the thing is that let's just say he'll get you money in an aggressive way. Okay, and to keep in mind, to get an idea on everything what I'm saying right now, okay, everything that I'm going over right now is simply picture this, okay, picture Superman babysitting. You can see the things that will go wrong. Okay, Superman has super strength. Imagine Superman just going over to take care of the baby. Okay, because he hears him crying. Okay, and by accident, Superman fucking he forms a hole in the ground, or he fucking destroys a wall, or he does something catastrophic like that. That's my point. Okay, he'll go out of his way for you, but that doesn't mean that he can be able to suppress or control his power. He will go really hard, and you'll notice what I'm saying. So please don't ask him for mundane things. Okay, ask him for stuff that's actually, let's just say, stuff that's a high priority working. Okay, stuff that's actually just broad in scale. Okay, so like destroying a patch of land and etc., like I mentioned, or stuff like that. Okay, you just have to keep in mind where you're gonna put Abrazah on. Okay, Samaya is not like that, because Samaya, let's just say, he's more, he's gained experience, and he knows how to tone things down and whatnot. He's worked with humans for a long time. Abrazah, let's just say Abrazah just started working with humans a while back. So yeah, that's the thing. He still needs to like tone it down. But in any case, yeah. That's pretty much what he can do for the individual. Okay, everything that I mentioned. He could also make entire wars go in his name. I mean, go in the favor of the individual who summoned him's name. Okay, so let's just say, America versus Russia. Okay, this is the highest of unlikely of cases, but that's my point. Okay, let's just say, um, America versus Russia. Okay, you can summon Abrazah, and things will go in America's favor depending on the individual who summons him. That's from America. Okay, and the individual tells them that he wants the war to go in his favor and everything, to go in his team and his size and his country's favor and etc. But something like that is not easy. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of energy, and it's gonna take a hell of a lot of time to supercharge, and for things to manifest properly in the form of results. So do keep this in mind. Okay, it's not like any other working. Something like that is impractical, honestly. I don't even recommend that you do something like that, but I'm just mentioning what he can do literally. So yeah. Okay, it's the equivalent of trying to learn how to fly through the occult. It's gonna take you years, and it's gonna take a high magnitude of energy, literally. So yeah, that's his traits. Okay, now I'm gonna go over my experiences with Abrazah. Okay, the first time I invoked Abrazah, I simply just hosted a ritual for him, and I invoked him, but nothing came to be until shortly after the ritual, as usual when it comes to spirits. And he simply just he simply just appeared. Okay, and I looked back, and I saw this winged figure that looked like, let's just say, if you're familiar with the Predator series. Okay, you see how predators are cloaked. Okay, how they look invisible, how you can see their outline and shit. Abrazah looks like that to me, at least, but a bit more clear. But yeah, that's the gist of how Abrazah looks. In the astral plane, I can see him clearly when I step out of my physical form and my mortal coil. And yeah, that's pretty much how Abrazah looks. He has two wings on each side, which is a total of four wings, and it's a reference to his cherubim association. And in Abrazah, just he pulls up, and let's just say he wears long robes. Okay, he wears long robes. Sometimes he appears shirtless with his robe tied around his waist. Okay, and like some kind of robe like thing just going downwards, covering his legs and whatnot. Okay, he likes to show his muscles and whatnot. He likes to showcase his muscles and shit, you know, his muscles and whatnot. And he also appears wearing he also appears holding two Solomonic swords. Okay, two big swords. Sometimes he appears holding a claymore. Sometimes he appears holding one sword. To me, sometimes he appears holding two tomahawks. Okay, and he goes like this with them, literally. And yeah, that's pretty much his appearance. Another thing too is that Abrazah, Abrazah has like short hair, so he doesn't have really long hair that goes down to his shoulders like angels, okay? Like most angels. Abrazah's hair is like your typical anime looking, gothic looking hair, okay? So his hair is nice and short, and it covers his forehead and shit. It's nice hair, okay? Just picture a typical anime, a male anime character with their gothic like hair, like Sasuke for example from fucking stupid Naruto or something. Yeah, like that, okay? That's typically his hair, and yeah, but it's more shorter than that. And his eyes, sometimes he appears with no pupils at all, but he's not an infernal spirit. But that's just due to his nature. He's real intense due to his Scorpio attributes and whatnot. And sometimes his eyes are just yellow, like literally yellow, or orange, or red. Sometimes they're literally red. But yeah, and yeah, he's just like his skin is just light skin and whatnot. He's thin. He's nice and thin, but he's muscular. Okay, he's real muscular. You can tell. And he's short. He's not that short, but he's shorter than Salmaya. Drastically shorter than Salmaya. Like I said, everything that applies to Salmaya, I mean to Abrazah, okay, is just lessened down compared to Salmaya. Okay, his height, his appearance, and everything about them. Okay, so yeah. And the way that Abrazah sounds is just he has like a spectral like voice. He has like a ethereal voice, very ethereal. Okay, very ethereal, very spiritual. He talks like this, like hello Eduardo, how may I help you? Like that, okay? No offense. But yeah, no, he knows what I'm speaking of. He said, no, it's okay, I know what you're talking about. And yeah, he speaks like that, okay, but echoey. Okay, just imagine someone whispering to you like this, but it's echoey, okay? That's how he sounds. Um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the video game Skyrim. And if you guys are familiar with the video game Skyrim, if you guys know what the Brotherhood is, yeah, in Skyrim, literally Skyrim, not Elder Scrolls Oblivion or anything. Skyrim, the Brotherhood in Skyrim. Okay, they have like a hideout, and each hideout has like a door with the skeleton on it. And if you're familiar with Skyrim and the Brotherhood, then you know how the door sounds, okay? What is the music? He sounds like that, okay? That's the gist of how Abrazah sounds, okay? That's typically how he sounds. So yeah, that's pretty much everything about Abrazah. Now I'm gonna... Okay, so yeah. And when I look back and I noticed him, he simply just greeted me. But he just didn't... He literally didn't greet me how you thought. He said, hello, human. He was literally just like, hello, human. Okay, and I told him I was going over everything that I wanted him to do and help me out with, okay, and put him in charge of. And I wanted to adopt him as my fourth patron and everything and etc. But he was like, why should I even help you? Like, he was literally just like, why should I even help you? Are you worthy of my time? Okay, this and that and the third. And that's just due to him being a very powerful angel, okay? Let's just say a cherubim, okay? Straight up, a cherubim. And that's due to his Scorpio nature, okay? Keep in mind, Abrazah is a destructive spirit, okay? He's a destructive angel. He's a celestial destructive spirit from Mars, so it speaks for itself why he acts like that. Scorpio, if you're well familiar with astrology, Scorpio is very overbearing, overwhelming, and coercive, okay? So that's Abrazah in a gist. And my Lord Samael had to step in, okay, because he noticed the change of energies. He noticed Abrazah was around. So he simply just helped me out. And we were just talking to him. We were just trying to negotiate with him and whatnot, okay? Because Abrazah wasn't letting up, okay? He was really sticking to his guns, okay? He was really sticking to his guns. And yeah, he was just sticking to his guns and whatnot. He wasn't playing around. And since Samael was there and he knows Samael, then yeah, Samael was simply just and Samael rules over him. So he literally just had to just talk to he had to talk to Abrazah and just working with me and whatnot, just gaining my trust and simply just giving me the time of day, okay? And everything went swell after the ritual. And yeah, but keep in mind after everything just resonated, okay, and Abrazah finally agreed. He literally finally agreed. Sorry about that, my TV. He finally agreed and everything. And he was just like, okay, I'll help you. Okay, I'll help you. And the reason why I'm helping you is because you know Samael. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even give you the time of day. I would have just left. And I was just like, okay, yeah, no problem. So yeah, after the invocation, I simply just began doing mundane things as I usually do. And I was hearing a moaning sound in the distance, okay? And another thing too is that I was hearing a bunch of different astro noises, a bunch of different shit going on outside with no one outside. Literally there was no one outside, so I was like, yeah, that's uncanny, okay? That's uncanny. And I noticed too when I it was like within the morning time, I was just hearing some woman moan and cry out, okay? Like literally like oh like literally like if she was in dire need or something like that, but not necessarily. It was very weird. It was like a horror movie like experience, but yeah. And I felt the energy flow through me, and I was on fire. Literally, I was on fire. Not only that, but I felt very intimidated. Okay, I felt very overwhelming levels of Mars, and that's the Scorpio aspect of Mars that I felt, because Mars, in an astrological sense, is more Aries than Scorpio. A lot of these planets are more one sign than another. Okay, so yeah. He's just agreeing with me, and yeah, he was like, yeah, that was me. He was just like, and yeah, simply put, okay, I felt the Scorpio aspect of Mars on an intense level. It was very overbearing, so I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. That was Abrazah. So yeah, I put two and two together, and I was like, yeah, that was Abrazah. Okay. So I disregarded it, and I went to my room, but it still kept happening. So I just ignored it, okay, and it stopped after like an hour or two. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Another experience that I have with Abrazah is a fellow individual of mine who I know back in the day, who I knew back in the day, came to me because he sees what I do now, okay? And he had a haunting problem in his house. Okay, so I simply just said, okay, what is the nature of your problem? Okay, what do you want me to do for you? Like, go over everything so that I can have a better, so that I can map the problem better and know where to go from there. And he was just telling me that him and his little brother saw, let's just say a spectral like woman wearing a dress, so a woman wearing a white dress, okay, and yeah, I put two and two together, and I was like, yeah, that must have been either a dead person or just some pagan spirit that appears with the dress and whatnot. But no, pagan spirits are more different than that. Okay, a lot of pagan spirits pull up very you'll tell. Okay, you'll tell the difference. Okay, pagan spirits. Let's just say they're more. They have a lot of things. They don't just wear dresses, a plain dress, okay? They wear a lot of things. They wear gold and silver and shit like that. They have crowns and a whole bunch of shit. Okay? They're very different than the average spirit. So that's how I know, okay? Especially my intuition was telling me it's a dead person. Yeah, it's a dead girl. So someone sent a dead girl his way, and that literally was the case. He told me that his family has history with dealing with brujeria or just voodoo and shit like that, okay? Just voodoo. No, I'm not knocking in on voodoo or anything, but you know it has merit, but it's not anywhere near Western ceremonial magic, okay? Western ceremonial magic is more, let's just say it's the more dominant magical foundation out in the entirety of the world. So yeah, it speaks for itself. So yeah, his family has history with dealing shit like that. Not that they particularly deal with stuff like that, but people have sent stuff their way that's detrimental to their life. Okay, people have cursed them and shit like that, and etc. It's just due to their natal chart. It's just due to their family history in general. Okay, it's just their fate. It was just fate. Someone was gonna curse them one day for no reason because this witch was a fucking lunatic. Okay, she was a nut job and she just wanted to fucking violate them or something. So yeah, that's what happened. Okay, and I simply just sent I was like, okay, now that I have everything mapped down, and now that you let me know everything, I'm gonna go on from there. I'm gonna see to it that I handle this matter for you. So yeah, I took care of everything. I handpicked Abrazah because I've been working with Abrazah for quite some time now, but he only had 3 jobs, and I wanted to give him something else, and these 3 jobs is what he does alongside Samael. So whenever Samael is around, Abrazah is around. Whenever Abrazah is around, Samael is around. If one's not around, the other's around. So you get my gist, okay? And yeah, I wanted to give him something else, okay? So I was like, okay, Abrazah, this is something that I want to put you up to task, and that I know that you can handle and you can go real all out with, okay? You can just let loose. You can let loose in this matter. So yeah, I handpicked him. I casted some divinations, astrologically speaking, as well as tarot card speaking. Everything pointed to Abrazah, okay? Everything was pointing towards him, like, yes, this guy can handle this problem, okay? He's the best one for this problem. Another thing too is that it was saying that he can handle this problem within a couple of weeks. So I was like, okay, that's really fucking great. So yeah, I went on from there, and I assigned Abrazah to the task. Okay, I gave him the offerings and everything. I hosted the ritual on Tuesday, on the day of Mars, as I usually do. And yeah, this guy immediately got to work with this Inquire. And everything has been taken care of since then. Literally within the span of within the same day, he already took care of the spirit. Literally, the only thing that Abrazah had to keep doing was remove the residue energy that was left from the spirit, because the spirit was, let's just say, it was real powerful. So spirits that are really powerful, they'll leave behind residue energy or residual energy left behind by them when they leave. And I was like, yeah, this guy was hot shit. If I wasn't a step in, okay, this spirit was gonna fucking violate everyone in that house. So yeah, I stepped in, and me and Abrazah stepped in, and we just took care of everything. Well, specifically Abrazah through me. And yeah, everything was taken care of. The only thing that was left to be done was to clean up the house, okay? Perform a clean sweep. Purge everything. And yeah, that's what was done. Okay, we purged everything away. And within the span of 3 weeks, okay, everything was literally done. The guy told me that that there's no signs of the spirit girl anymore. Okay, there was the cold energy that he felt after her departure was not there anymore and everything. So yeah, everything was just taken care of straight from there. And yeah, I was just like, okay, that's great to hear. So on the 4th week, I simply just told Abrazah, is there anything else that you need to do within the house? And he was like, no. There's nothing else needed to be done. I'm bored. Can you please tell me to get out of there? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, okay? That's sorry about that. That's my neighbor, okay? They're just I live in a house. I live in a three floor house, and yeah, they're just leaving right now. So yeah, after that, okay, I simply just said, yeah, you could just pull out of there, Abrazah. There's no need for you to stick around anymore, especially if you're bored. So yeah, after that, the rest was history. Okay, the guy was just jumping for joy and whatnot, like, oh, thank you, you handled my problem, thank you, I don't know what I would have done. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Another experience that I'm gonna list with Abrazah is recently there was a snowstorm. Okay, there was a huge blizzard recently. Okay, like a couple of days ago. I think it was like 4 days ago or 5, and there was a huge snowstorm. Okay, a huge snowstorm. And I went to go pile the snow out, okay? I went to go pile the snow. I went to go shovel the snow out. But I got tired. I got tired immensely quickly. Not only that, but my heart was pumping like a motherfucker. Because I'm more astrally inclined than I am physically inclined. So my let's just say my astral body overwhelms my physical body, okay? It's more dominant than my physical body. But like I said in the previous video, my physical body is still a barrier here and there, okay? There's stuff that my physical body makes things more harder for me to do. Okay, so yeah. And simply put, okay, I had to go back in before I fucking collapsed or some shit, okay? Before I had a cardiac arrest or some bullshit like that. So yeah, I just came back in and or a heart attack or something. And then I just came back in, okay, and I was like, okay, Abrazah, oof, I need you to help me out with this matter, okay? It wasn't even the day of Mars or anything, but it was an emergency that needed to be taken care of. And I put 2 and 2 together when I came back in, and I was like, wait a minute, if Abrazah could clear out patches of land, then he can definitely melt the shit out of snow. So I put Abrazah up to task in this matter, and he took care of it like no other. He literally took care of it. I gave him offerings, he took care of it like no other, which doesn't come off to me as a surprise or anything, but no, it was just beautiful to see, honestly. It was just so beautiful. Okay, this guy melted all the snow away in my driveway. Okay, there was still patches of snow here and there, but I still have videos of everything. Okay, because I record and I document results. So if I could, to not, let's just say if this video wasn't already 30 minutes long, I would have uploaded some clips, okay, within the video, so I could give you guys an idea on how well Abrazah came through for me in this matter. But I'm just gonna explain everything, okay? There was no snow in my roof. There was no snow anywhere other than my backyard. Okay, there was no snow on my driveway. There was no snow on the top of my house. There was no snow on the roof. Okay, on the let's just say on the lower roof. Okay, where my window is, that back window. Okay, there's like a roof. Okay, let's just say if I go out that window, I'm able to stand right there. Okay, because there's a roof on the bottom of that window. And yeah, there's no snow there or anything like that. There's nothing. Okay, there's no snow anywhere. Okay, there's nothing. So yeah, this guy just took care of everything. And keep in mind, me and my neighbor only went to shovel snow one time. When I came back in and hosted this ritual, no one had to shovel. Everyone else around me, my other neighbors that lived along to the left and the right of me, had to keep on shoveling every day. Okay, the people who live in front of my house had to keep on shoveling every day. All the while later, we were just sitting there chilling like this. Okay, we were just chilling. Okay, we already took care of everything due to me. And yeah, it's all thanks to my beautiful Abrazah right here. Okay, he's telling me you're welcome. And yeah, I really just adore this guy like no other man. Okay, he means a lot to me, as much as Samaya does. And the rest of my Astro family. But let's just say I put more emphasis on Samaya than Abrazah. But everyone has equal love more or less. But it's just due to my nature. It's just due to me being Martian. Okay, me being Martian. Okay, so I just love these guys. Okay, I love these guys a lot, like no other. And yeah, that's another instance. One more thing before I conclude the ritual. You see, I'm so astrally inclined that I said before I conclude the ritual. Anyways, before I conclude the video, I'm gonna go over one more instance between me and Abrazah. Abrazah, just like everyone else, has bestowed upon me dreams, but I'm gonna specifically go over Abrazah, the dream that he gave me the first time I invoked him and I adopted him as my fourth patron. Abrazah has gave me the dream of him just showcasing to me what is to come in the future with working with him. Okay, and it was a dream referencing his protective capabilities. Okay, and the stuff that I put him in charge of. So yeah, I had a dream, and it took place in my old house back when I still was knee deep in shit. When I lived under my mother and whatnot. Okay, I sorry about that. Sorry about that. I got distracted. But in any case, back when I lived under my mother, okay, and I simply just in the dream I was taking the trash out. I listed this in my article, so you can go read that down below. In any case, I was taking the trash out. Okay, it took place in my mother's house. Okay, somewhere in Providence, and the area that it took place in, it was a very shitty area. It was a very, very shitty area. There was a lot of fucking thugs around and bullshit around. Okay, there was a lot of fucking degenerates around them. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of waste of human resources. Okay, a lot of vermin. Okay, a lot of parasites. Okay, so yeah, and I was taking the trash out, and while I was taking the trash out, a fucking it looked like a Honda, or it was a Toyota or anything. But yeah, it looked like a Honda. It was a white car, and it had tinted down windows. So it was speeding down my street, okay? And it stopped in front of my house, literally in front of the trash can of my house, while I was taking the trash out. And these guys jumped out of the car with pistols, wielding pistols and shit like that, and they started chasing me. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I started running. I was running, okay? I was running. I was basically just running, okay? Because I literally couldn't do anything. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking die. What the fuck, am I a retard? So yeah, I was running, okay? And I went towards an alleyway that was by my street. And when I hit the alleyway, all of a sudden I turned around to see if the guys were still chasing behind me. And in the distance, I heard people screaming, like in literal agony, wailing out, literally just like, stop, okay. Literally, that's what I was hearing. And I turned around. I got out of the alleyway, and I was looking at the distance, and I was seeing a huge winged being. And my senses told me that this was Abrazah. Okay, my sisters told me that this was Abrazah. And yeah, it literally looked like Abrazah. Okay, it was just way more vivid, way more clear. Okay, than how I could see him in the physical plane compared to the astral plane. And since dreams and the astral plane are not too far apart, then it made sense why I saw him so clear, so vivid, so detailed. And yeah, I saw him. Okay, and this guy literally had a big ass claymore sword. Okay, like a Solomonic sword, a big ass sword. But a Solomonic sword and a claymore are two different things. But anyways, yeah, big ass Solomonic like sword. Okay, and he was literally going like this. Okay, and when he went like that, okay, before he did that, he was chasing these guys around. He was chasing these guys around and whatnot. He was floating above the air. Okay, his wings were like flapping and whatnot. Okay, he was floating, chasing these guys. He chased these guys into their car, and before they could peel off and whatnot, this guy went like this with this sword. Like he literally smited it down, showing them the wrath of Maz. Like literally, okay? And he destroyed the car, okay? He literally destroyed the car. The car looked like it was in some fucking terrible accident, okay? And after that, I didn't hear any sound from the two guys. And let's just say it was very unfortunate for them, okay? Um, yeah, these guys were taken care of, and then Abrazah floated back to me my way. And he was simply just telling me, he floated above me like this. He was looking down at me like this, okay? And I was just looking up to him and whatnot, and he was just telling me, "Don't worry, I'll never leave your side. I'll always be around. I'll always have your back. I'll never leave you. I'll always be around forever." And that's when I woke up, and I literally saw Abrazah standing by my bed, and he was like, "Did you enjoy the dream that I bestowed upon you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it." And yeah, that was pretty much it, really. And this guy has always been around ever since, man. Just taking care of me, man. Just doing things that I wouldn't even ask him to do. And yeah, that's my beloved Abrazah, man. I really just love him like no other, okay? That's my cherubim right there. Elohim Geburah Abrazah. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So yeah, Abrazah's Martian. He's 29 degrees in Scorpio. Which the keywords here are retribution. He's dualistic in nature. He can help the individual with everything that I previously mentioned. Okay, he is destructive in nature. Okay, and he looks like what I mentioned. He sounds like what I mentioned. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all on Abrazah. I'm gonna leave things straight how they are. In any case, thank you guys for tuning in. That is all. Goodbye.